Hey YouTube, it's Matt here, and today I just wanted to do a very quick overview of why I like very small neck knives. And I'll show a few examples of neck knives I carry. This one happens to be from Bastinelli Knives, and this is not a custom model, this is a production model, and if I'm correct, Viper produces this in Italy. And it started from a custom design, but Bastinelli had it produced by Viper Knives. And Austin, please correct me, but is it
N690?
N690. So this is my favorite neck knife, and it's $125, which you might say that's somewhat expensive for a very small neck knife. But let me tell you something, I use these neck knives very frequently, as much as I do my little Tough Light. And the reason why I like the Tough Light, there's a lot of shared principles between these two knives, and I'll explain that shortly. But the N690, it's very comparable to the quality of VG10 and 154CM. It's very rust resistant, and it holds an edge, and it holds it for a very long time. And it's easier to sharpen the VG10. It's more similar to me to 154CM, but it is different. I think it's a European steel.
It is.
So it's very nice. Comes with a very nice Kydex sheath on parachute cord with a knot at the end. The Kydex sheath holds very well, and it's very natural to grab with the placement of the knife in the sheath. And something I really like about small neck knives is the concealability in the shirt. You can see a knot poking out, but naturally you're not going to see a whole lot, and you can reach under, grab, cut. And this knot's very functional. It looks good, but it's very functional to give you a third finger, and you could actually hold the knife with your ring finger, but in cutting you want to hold it exactly like that. Let me show you a couple other offerings. First, from YouTube. One second. Put them around my neck first of all. This is
Like the Mr. T of knives.
This is the Udo Pucco. Very great knife. Handmade, sent to me by a really good friend. His videos are extremely fun to watch. He knows how to sharpen a knife. Great pocket knife, not pocket knife, great neck knife right here. The only downside is it's a bit longer than what I like to carry, and the sheath is thicker. Sheath is very well made though. You can actually put the knife on, and with completely one hand use your thumb to put the knife back in. That's something that these products do not share. But the only downside, it makes it a lot bulkier. So it's not something I'd stick under my shirt. This is something I would walk around with outside, but I wouldn't necessarily stick it under my shirt and carry it all day. Great knife though. The next knife I want to tell you about is something you could probably get from your local Lowe's. It's a Columbian River Knife and Tool Minimalist designed by Alan Foltz, and excellent. The steel isn't as good as the Bastinelli, but for $20, why would you expect a great steel? Again, we share a Wharncliffe blade, a rounded spine. I like the rounded spine. That's something that the Tough Light shares, and it's a little bit longer than the Mini Dragon. Has the knot, although the knot, it's kind of functional, but I like this button knot better on the Bastinelli. But great knife, comes with an excellent sheath. It looks pretty much exactly like Kydex. Very positive snap. And we'll take the rest off. Put that back in the sheath. Last we have the Urban Pal by Cold Steel. Something I do not like about the Urban Pal is that it's fully serrated. I wish it were a plain edge. You can grab it in many grips, so you can use it like a little skinning knife or something. But it's great for opening up mail. One of the problems, since it's not a plain edge, it's really hard to slice paper well. It's much better to stab in the point and then do like a push cut with, you know, so you point and then push. These you can just do some more slicing, but it's important to use the point and then to cut with this knife, which I think is a major downside. The only advantage is if you're working, you can let go of the knife completely and use your hand to grasp objects. So it's useful in that respect. The sheath, I wish it had a little bit more retention, but this is the lightest neck knife I own. It's so lightweight. These are really lightweight too, but you will literally forget that you're wearing a neck knife when you have this one around your neck. But something I just want to show you is with the neck knives, there's a major advantage when you're cutting with one of these as opposed to a very popular design, which I love to death, the Spyderco Endura or Pacific Salt. This happens to be a Pacific Salt. Great knife. The edge is much closer to your hand. See, look here, you could see the edge is much closer, and look where my thumb is. Even if I grip it up here, I can get so much more support, more control, and more pressure behind the edge, and that's why these little neck knives are so handy. And that's why I really like the Cold Steel Tough Light. Look how close the edge is to your hand, and the fact that you have a very nice thumb supported grip, and a Wharncliffe blade, and this one happens to have a really thin hollow grind, which is one of the best cutting knives that I own. If you're going to spend $30, this is probably for $30 the best knife I own. But the same reason why I love the Tough Light is the same reason why these neck knives are so great. They're so small and concealable, and they're excellent cutters. They'll outperform most folding knives, you know, most EDC knives that people feel comfortable, and for daily tasks, they're just excellent. So this one has that type of advantage, but that's all I have for this video. And if you don't have a Minimalist, go out and get you one. They're $20. This is about $20 as well. Although I like the Minimalist better than this. That's really neat though, how you can grasp up. But that's all I have, and now I'm rambling, so thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.